Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop, and today I'm going to show you how to make composting worm food. Basically what you're going to need is some vegetable kitchen scraps. It can be all kinds of vegetables except those that are acidic. The worms don't like those, and it's not recommended to use those, like pineapples, orange peels, hot peppers, anything like that that can affect them. Yeah, don't use that. So what I have here is some bananas, celery stalk, some lettuce, also some spinach on the bottom, and with the bananas on the end of the banana, like this little stem here, go ahead and cut it off. That's very hard, and even if you slice it up, I don't think they'll be able to break it down as quickly or at all. So I just cut them off so that makes their job a little bit easier. Also, I have some tea bags here with the little tea bag paper, some coffee filters. You can use that. I'm just going to go ahead and slice those up. And with the coffee grounds already in it. I also have some eggshells, which I'm drying, which I'm going to pulverize and add that to the mix. Here I have coffee grounds that I save. The filters are in here from the previous coffee batches that I made. These are just the filters. So what I'll do after is just rip those apart along with the tea bags, and then just add them to it. And I have this container is full of coffee grounds, so I still got plenty here to make. I can make multiple batches of worm food. Also, my mixing bucket, I have a little bit of shredded paper. That just adds a little more dryness to it because the vegetables will release the moisture, and when I put it in this container, which is where I keep it, and I put it in the fridge so it lasts longer, because I only feed my worms right now once a week. When I got them, they were only like a half a pound total. So they say to feed them like half their weight. But as they multiply, then you can start increasing the frequency or the amount of food. Like anything, never give them more than what they can handle in a week. And so far, what I've been doing is working out pretty good. Like I said, I feed them once a week. I give them about like a little more now than a quarter pound of food, and that seems to work out great. And I'm looking at the container that they're in, and they're breaking it down pretty good, to include the top layer of newspaper or brown paper that you soak after you feed them. So basically, just take your vegetable scraps, like bananas. I like to just cut them in like strips, like that, and then just begin slicing them up like this. And if you can see my little beanie hat in the frame of the picture, it's because the last 5 days here in Florida it's been pretty chilly, enough so to the point of having to turn on the heat in the house. With the bananas, if you see this little like paper peel, the little sticker, I just go ahead and pull it off. You know, put it right there. It's no big deal. And you can use a kitchen knife, like this kind of knife, or little chopping knife. Okay. This one does a good job because it's serrated, so it tends to cut through the tough parts. I mean, you can use a chef knife, obviously. And don't have to be chopped up like really small. I know some people actually go ahead and use like a blender and, you know, go that route and chop them up like that. Or they pulverize it, make it into a little slurry or like a smoothie almost. You can do that too. That's just one added tool that you need to get. So I don't need to do that because, like I said, they've been breaking the stuff down pretty good, you know, in the time that they get to eat and take care of them. So, like I said, just take your peels, make a strip like that, and then you start slicing away. You can slice, you can chop, but I think slicing is probably easier than trying to chop. Also, you know, wear some latex gloves. Just keep yourself clean in the process. So when I get a nice little pile like this, just scoop it up, throw it in the bucket, like that. Alright. And then just continue on slicing away. Now some people may be thinking, oh, this is going out of your way to for your worms. Well, this makes it easier. You can throw the vegetable scraps in there whole, but that just means it takes them that much longer to break it down, and it takes the scraps that much longer to break down. So the whole purpose of just making them smaller is also to help in the breakdown process, which makes it easier for them. And if you get any dried pieces like that, just take it off to the side because it doesn't tend to slice too good. So making the food bits smaller aids in the process of them having to actually break it down quicker and go through it quicker also. Now if you don't make a lot of kitchen vegetable scraps from your daily, you know, process of however you eat, then you can also ask your family and friends to save them for you. And the benefit of that is that once you start making the compost, and if they garden, then you can share your compost with them. Which I make compost also the traditional way, because I have a composting barrel that I made almost 2 years ago, I want to say. I don't think I have a video of that, but I may go ahead and just make a quick video, show you how it is and how it works. It's a great idea if you have the space, if you can get the materials to pick up the compost barrel, which is plastic, which is recommended because for obvious reasons. You know, it will last a very long time, and it's easy to work with because obviously when you need to drill the air vent holes, you can in plastic rather than steel. But that will be a different video. Like I said, today is about making worm food for my composting worms. Okay, so basically I'm down to the spinach that actually has broken down quite a bit, as you can see there. So I'm just going to add them right there and go ahead and slice them up a little bit. Just like so, because any kind of leafy vegetable will decay really quick, like I said, and your worms will love it. And here you are. So basically, I can even mix it up just a little bit right here before I put it in the bucket. And scoop it up, put it in there, and after that, alright, so then what I'm going to do is open up these tea bags and release the little, shredded tea leaves, and at the same time rip up the tea bags, and just like that. So open it up, Let the tea leaves fall out. Go ahead and rip it up. I mean, you don't have to, but just for making things more simple. And that's to be the last one. Go ahead and rip that up like that. Alright, now take my filters and do the same. Just start tearing apart little pieces. Like I said, these will also act as like little moisture absorbers. Excuse me. I'm battling just a little bit of a little cold, I guess you could say, because of the cold weather. I'm not used to this cold weather. And so, excuse me for my coughing there. So just like I said, rip it up, and then take your coffee grounds. If there's any clumps, just go ahead and smooth them out by squeezing them with your fingers like that. And then take about that much and see what it looks like when you put it in there. Probably about that much or so. Alright. Now, mixing it, you could either do it one of two ways. You can use your hands, since you're already wearing latex gloves, or you can use this like a wooden spoon or fork. I bought this at Dollar Tree for like $1. And basically, just go in here and just mix it up like that. So, almost like you're making a worm food salad. But see what it looks like. Still a little bit there, so I can add a little more coffee grounds also. And like I said, once I pulverize my eggshells, which I was looking for a cheap cheap little blender, or I even went to the thrift store to see if I could find one. They didn't have any. And then lo and behold, I get my Aldi's circular in the mail, and they had this little food processor on sale for like, I think $7.97 or something like that, almost $8. So I went ahead and picked it up, and what I'm going to do is probably make another video of that and how it turns out, when you pulverize the eggs, the eggshells. They say by adding eggshells to the mix, what it does is it helps the worms to reproduce. Also, it creates grit to help them with the digestion. Like chickens, worms also have gizzards, and chickens, they go around the yard picking up little sand grits because it helps them with the digestion of their food in the gizzard. So, there we go. So I think that looks good, because like I said, once it goes in the fridge, the moisture in there is going to go ahead and break this down. So I don't know if you can see that right there. Basically what it looks like, that's like a batch. It probably won't fill that bottle, but there it is. Worm food for my red wigglers. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel for upcoming videos on this topic. And I'll catch you guys next time. Alright, and stay warm.